Hello and welcome to Flip-Flops and Notebooks Book Reviews. I am Elliot, and this is another slightly older review of a book that got me out of my book slump back in October 2020. It's a horror story, one of my favorite genres. I am talking about Last Case at a Baggage Auction by Eric J. Guinard. Let's grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and let's find out why I love this one so much. Alright, so thank you first of all to the publisher Harper Books and NetGalley for providing me with a copy of this story. All of my opinions are my own. So this was first published in August 2020. It is a novella, so it's slightly shorter, but honestly, give me a spooky story and I'm a happy reader, and this was an excellent spooky story. Right, characters. The protagonist is also the narrator, and the narrator's honesty and sincerity really encourages a connection between the character and the reader. There's enough detail to bring the story to life without ever creating that feeling of being overwhelmed, which is really good because otherwise I would have just chucked it out the window. The interpersonal relationships between the protagonist and the other characters throughout the story really demonstrated a kind of depth and complexity that is really difficult to create, especially in shorter types of fiction. So I was incredibly impressed with the story. The writing is equally excellent. The horror was superbly developed. It was not gory or icky or too sudden. It was sneaky, it was subtle, it was truly eerie. It made the little hair stand up on end and you just had goosebumps all over. It kept me spellbound until the last word. Yes. The story is set in Detroit, and I used to live in Windsor for a few years, which is just on the other side of the Detroit River. Half the TV channels that we got were actually from Detroit and Michigan, so I feel a little bit of a nostalgic bond to the story. So that also kind of like played into this whole mix of why I love this so much. The verdict, I could gush about this story for a long time, but I'm afraid I'm gonna spoil something, so I'm just gonna stop right here. I would definitely recommend this one if you are a fan of horror fiction, spooky stories. All right, I'm gonna stop. Let's keep this conversation going in the comments, because two people can read the same book but never the same story. Thank you so much for watching.